Today we're taking you along on a thrilling wild boar hunt in Turkey, a land of rugged terrain and unpredictable challenges. Recently, we received an urgent call reporting dozens of wild boars devastating crops and threatening local communities. Without hesitation, our team flew from the US to Turkey to join forces with local hunters in a massive pursuit. This is an emergency operation requiring precise preparation and lightning-fast responses. Drop a comment with the number 1 to join us on this wild boar hunt. Before dawn broke, we were already positioned on a mountainside near the Black Sea, a place local hunters call Boar Paradise. After moving about 100 meters, the excited barks of hunting dogs echoed in the distance. I quickly radioed my team to set up an ambush. With orders given, I cautiously closed in on the target. The decisive moment arrived. Aim, fire. A perfect shot. The wild boar had no time to react and dropped on the spot, clean and precise from the first bullet. Paul and I pushed down the mountainside where the trees grew thick, but that was no issue. We had our hunting dogs with us. "Something's coming!" I shouted as a dark shape burst through the brush. Instinctively, we fired as the wild boar charged out. It didn't stop barreling straight toward Paul, but this time it picked the wrong fight. Paul's precise shots hit vital spots, sending the boar tumbling down the slope. Stationed at the mountain's base, we held our ground ready to intercept any fleeing boars. Silence enveloped us, broken only by the fierce barking of dogs in the distance. Gripping my rifle tightly, I waited for the perfect moment. Suddenly, a wild boar shot out like a missile. I pulled the trigger once. That was enough. The boar staggered and collapsed. This remote mountain, with its lush vegetation and abundant natural food, is an ideal sanctuary. The boars here aren't just massive, they're far more ferocious. One look at the beast we just took down and you'd see it clearly. Suddenly, the dogs erupted into frenzied barking. Another uninvited guest was on the move. Likely startled by the earlier gunfire, it bolted from its hiding spot. I quickly gauged its path and positioned myself to cut it off. It tried to veer away but charged right toward me. Big mistake. One decisive shot and another boar went down. It was getting late, but we pressed on. Luckily, the dog's keen noses didn't let us down. Firing now would be too risky, though. We patiently waited for the dogs to drive the boars closer. "They're here. Shoot." I couldn't believe it. I took down a few right on the spot. Everything happened so fast. Exhausted from the relentless chase, we decided to head back to rest. But then out of nowhere, a boar charged onto the path right in front of us. Shaking off fatigue, I raised my rifle and fired one final shot. The boar dropped instantly, letting out a piercing squeal. Maybe it's a hunter's instinct, but we can't look away when a boar appears. This isn't just reflex, it's our responsibility. Every November, the rural fields of Denizli, Turkey buzz with corn harvest activity, but this year the joy of the season turned to chaos as wild boars began ravaging the fields night after night. Watching months of hard work trampled and destroyed, I couldn't stand idly by. Determined to act, I teamed up with local hunters to plan a relentless pursuit. We set out at dawn, driving our familiar hunting truck to the vast fields of Denizli. Just 10 minutes after arriving, a few wild boars appeared in the distance. I quickly took aim and fired, but the beast charged forward as if unscathed. With the dogs herding the boars into our sights and our net tightening from all sides, the prey had no escape. This area is renowned as a wild boar paradise, and true to its reputation, it didn't take long for us to spot our next target. We moved swiftly, cutting off its path. From a prime position, I calmly lined up the target in my sights and pulled the trigger. At the same moment, my teammate landed a shot on another boar. Unbelievable. In mere seconds, we perfectly took down 2 boars. This double success fuels our motivation. The whole team is more determined than ever. Before long, a shadow suddenly darted across the field. We quickly hid in the tall grass, holding our breath for the perfect moment. Then in an instant, before the boar could sense the danger, multiple gunshots rang out. That was it. The boar dropped right in the middle of the wide field. Have you ever hunted wild boars with a gun? If yes, leave a comment with number 2. If no, leave number 3. Meanwhile, a tense chase unfolded in John's area, but with his seasoned experience and sharp shooting skills, the boar in front of him was soon taken down cleanly and efficiently. Once again, the dogs proved their worth, flushing a massive boar out from its hiding spot deep in the brush. It charged straight toward us, but I was ready. I raised my rifle, took aim, and dropped it. The boars here are different, bold, ferocious, and utterly fearless. Some even charge right at us. Fortunately, we stay calm under pressure and respond with precision in every encounter. As we moved to a new position, we suddenly heard strange noises from the other side of the field. Seconds later, another boar burst out trying to escape, but today it was unlucky to face our sharpshooters. A few crisp shots rang out and the beast went down. Then we got word of a herd of boars hiding in a cornfield being harvested. We rushed over. It was chaos. They poured out like a flood. Despite the mayhem and the hail of bullets that followed, we only managed to take down one. With that many still out there, it's clear this hunt is far from over. We'll be back tomorrow. Kuvuk dua koi la diem nong vema dolon rung. What you just witnessed was a large-scale wild boar hunt not for fame or sport. In reality, wild boars have brought the Allier region in central France to its knees. This area boasts endless grain farms, but in recent years an uncontrolled boar population has severely disrupted the ecosystem. Fields are torn up, crops uprooted, irrigation systems damaged, and worse, there's the looming threat of disease. Last October, local authorities called on the hunting community to help control the boar population. I joined nearly 40 other sharpshooters to form a hunting team focusing on Allier, the epicenter of the boar density crisis. We split into multiple groups, each with 6 hunters assigned to areas where boars frequently pass through. Behind a bush, a boar appeared. Sensing danger, it paused to listen. Seizing the moment, I fired quickly and took it down. After the first, we kept up the ambush, and soon enough a herd of wild boars emerged. Our friend Tony fired at the herd, but unfortunately his shot missed the mark. Instead, it spooked the boars, sending them running faster. Frustrated by the miss, Tony vowed not to let another boar escape his barrel. As if to prove it, he calmly raised his rifle and took down a massive boar. Wow, this is probably the biggest one we've dropped this morning. We kept up the ambush. Dozens of boars gathered into a large herd. We fired relentlessly, taking down quite a few. There was no room for hesitation. If we let even one slip through, they'd spread out and ravage nearby fields. The herd scattered, but stragglers fell into the sights of teammates already positioned for the ambush. Wild boars typically move in groups, but to hunt them effectively, we had to be patient and wait for them to appear. When a boar came into range, skillful reloading and precise aiming were the keys to success. To drop a boar with a single shot, you have to aim accurately at the head or lungs. A clean shot saves time and minimizes environmental impact. In the afternoon, we continued patrolling the paths leading into the agricultural area. However, the boars were smarter, moving in smaller groups, splitting up and hiding more carefully. Still, they couldn't evade our pursuit. Any boar spotted was swiftly taken down. Though they ran fast, they couldn't outrun a bullet. My heart nearly stopped when a massive boar charged straight at me after being attacked by the dogs. In the end, we gathered our haul and headed back. All the wild boars were processed into meat and distributed to the village farmers. Night fell, cloaking everything in an eerie silence, but we knew the wild boars were still lurking somewhere in the darkness. With dozens in a single herd, they were truly a nightmare. We gripped our weapons tightly, took deep breaths, and stepped into what could be the most intense hunt yet. Could we take control and eliminate these wild beasts?
Hey, what you got, bud?
Wild boars in Texas have become a serious threat, causing significant damage to agriculture and the environment. With millions roaming freely, they relentlessly destroy crops and tear up fields, leaving farmers in distress. As night falls, their activity intensifies. Without strict control measures, the wild boar menace will continue to escalate, leading to unpredictable consequences. After receiving reports from locals about a massive herd of wild boars ravaging the area, we immediately set out for Texas. Texas greeted us with a spectacular sunset stretching across vast fields. The scenery was strangely peaceful, but hidden within that, beauty lurked the looming threat of cunning, colossal beasts ready to destroy everything in their path. To prepare for tonight's hunt, we equipped ourselves with advanced gear. In the pitch-black darkness, visibility was severely limited, but this was where our thermal imaging systems shone. We carefully aimed before deciding to pull the trigger. Moving to a nearby orchard, I scattered some grain on a clear patch of ground, the perfect trap for these greedy beasts. Sure enough, lured by the irresistible aroma, massive wild boars began to gather. They eagerly buried their snouts in the dirt, savoring their last meal, unaware they were in our crosshairs. One precise shot and the first boar dropped instantly. The herd panicked, trampling each other in a desperate scramble to escape. But the chase wasn't over. We kept on their trail, taking down more. As they greedily snatched up their favorite bait, I silently picked my target. Taking a deep breath, I squeezed the trigger. The gunshot echoed through the night. One by one, the boars fell, flawlessly executed. Outstanding results.
Got him.
Tonight we set out again, fueled by determination and fury. Gripping our weapons tightly, we vowed this threat must end. A chaotic scene unfolded before us. Wild boars ravaged the field, trampling crops as if it were their personal feast. Each one was massive, brutish, their coarse fur making them look like shadow demons in the night. Despite their keen instincts and heightened alertness, their cunning wouldn't save them this time. We crouched low, maintaining absolute silence. Everything was ready, and their nightmare was about to begin. I've been on many hunts, but I've never seen a herd of boars this large and ferocious. Without hesitation, we quickly took our positions. Gunshots rang out non-stop. Though we took down many, their overwhelming numbers meant we couldn't eliminate them all at once. We pressed forward relentlessly, determined not to let a single one escape our sights. With a herd this size, there are surely more still hiding nearby. We couldn't let a single one get away. With one precise shot, the largest and fattest boar, the leader of the pack, crumpled to the ground. The rest scattered in panic, but their hopes of survival were gone.
There, bud?
In just seconds, a few more shots rang out, leaving motionless dark shapes on the ground. A fitting end for these stubborn creatures daring to invade human territory. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please support our channel with a like and subscribe. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Hunting to eliminate prairie wolves is no stranger to the people of the United States. These wolves have rapidly spread across rural America, causing up to $21 million in damage annually. In Texas alone, over 40,000 sheep were attacked by prairie wolves in 2023. These attacks result in millions of dollars in damages each year, putting immense pressure on farmers and highlighting the need for effective management strategies. Leave a comment with the number 4 to explore this hunt. One of the primary methods to control coyote populations is hunting. Hunters use high-powered rifles like the .223 Remington or composite bows for those who prefer a more traditional approach. Each method requires skill precision and an understanding of coyote behavior. To effectively manage coyotes, tools such as thermal scopes and electronic collars that mimic prey sounds are used to locate and attract them. These tools help hunters increase their chances of success without harming other wildlife. Precision is critical as coyotes can run up to 40 miles per hour and easily detect danger. These measures not only protect livestock, but also ensure safety and efficiency in controlling coyote populations.
Double down, baby.
Our hunting requires hunters to have exceptional skills and patience. They need to approach prey within 40 yards as any movement or sound can be detected by coyotes. Hunters often wait 4 to 6 hours for a precise shot opportunity. To participate in coyote hunting, hunters must meet specific age requirements. Most states require hunters to be at least 16 years old and hold a valid hunting license. These regulations ensure that hunters are responsible and knowledgeable about hunting laws and ethics, contributing to the broader goal of managing dangerous predator populations. Coyotes are more active after dark, making nighttime ideal for hunting. Hunters use infrared scopes and red flashlights to navigate accurately in the darkness. The dark adds challenges, requiring hunters to rely on their senses and equipment to track prey. People often use GPS devices and coyote tracks to locate them. On snow-covered surfaces, coyote footprints leave clear trails, helping to identify their direction of movement.
Absolutely destroyed.
With modern equipment, hunters no longer have to spend much time traveling to hunting locations. These devices are also provided by the U.S. government. Hunting has helped reduce the wolf population over the years. Just last year, more than 500 prairie wolves were eliminated in Wyoming. These efforts have led to about a 30% improvement in sheep protection. Do you think this hunt is effective? If yes, leave a comment with the number 5. If not, leave number 6. To achieve better results, it's necessary to continue implementing effective management measures, such as extending the hunting season, improving hunting tools and techniques, and enhancing community education on coyote management. Each hunting season, hunters are granted permits based on a limited number issued, typically restricted to a specific number of hunters per state regulations. The regulations clearly stipulate that the number of coyotes hunted in a season must not exceed 300. If this limit is exceeded, hunters may face fines from the government of up to $10,000.
Fold him up.
Hunters must remain highly vigilant, as coyotes can attack at any moment.
Nice shot.
Coyotes can generate a bite force of up to 1,500 pounds. Therefore, hunters need to maintain a safe distance of at least 100 to 150 yards to minimize risks. Be fully prepared for the wilderness experience to avoid danger. After hunters take down a large number of coyotes, authorities often collect and test samples to study their health and nutrition to find suitable management methods. Coyotes can be processed in various ways. Are you curious about how the government uses coyotes for specific purposes? Keep watching the next part of the video to explore the details. Don't forget to watch the next video to continue discovering and updating with more fascinating information. See you in the upcoming videos.